Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aries, I'm getting a strong energy of turning of the wheel. Okay, so we may even see the Wheel of Fortune. I feel a very strong movement for you, even Chariot. And that makes sense because the majority of April, we are in Aries season. And look what's showing up for you, the gift. So this is a very positive omen and synchronicity with it being, for a lot of you, sun sign Aries, your birth month. I am getting here as well, if you've been overcoming some obstacles, if there's been an ending, if there's been a job change, or maybe that's something you wanted to manifest, I see it happening this month because there's partnerships coming in here for you. Okay, yeah, because subconsciously what's been going on below the surface, you do have the Tower. So even though the Tower is not like the Tower in tarot, it could be, but this is about earning power, right? It is about building a business for some of you. It's making sound decisions when it comes to your maybe business ideas, when it comes to your work, family life balance. I'm getting work, family life balance. Yeah, look at that. Three of Swords in reverse. You're recovering this month. That's your main energy. But I see that you've gone through a situation where either money was taken out or taken away, or you lost money, or it just, I feel with the Three of Swords, there was a disappointment here for you, but things look to be turning around. And maybe that's why I was seeing that wheel. I hope we see that here in your reading, because I really get that. Yeah, you've been going through a lot with the Strength card when it comes to your finances. You've been trying to open up to maybe teamwork or new ideas. How would you like, Spirit? Thank you. We're just going to get all your cards out here first. There's options coming in. Seven of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. Let's get your environment, please. What's going on in your environment? More choices. So you have some big decisions to make, and I feel like it has to do with your abundance. Look at that. Empress showing up in your hopes and fears and outcome energy. Okay. So just so you know, the angels are working in your favor. The divine is working in your favor to manifest these new opportunities. And I feel like there is going to be a gift showing up here for you, Aries, in the month of April, but it's important for you to be present and stay in the moment is what I'm hearing. Try not to focus on the loss. Try not to focus on the disappointment or the pain, because this could also be something in your personal life that may have affected your finances. Maybe health. It could have been divorce or a breakup, or some of you were denied or rejected a position. I also see with the Three of Swords here, you are overcoming obstacles. This was your first card out. Overcoming obstacles. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I just heard, may the 4th be with you. Isn't that Star Wars, right? Or may the Force be with you, but they said the 4th, and April is the 4th month. So it's almost as if you have some sort of magic. You have some sort of divine synchronicities or divine help coming in for you. I mean, 4 could be significant for 4. You have the wealth card. This is about either a power struggle that you've went through with you and another, maybe a power play. You may be bossing up here or becoming your own owner or boss, maybe taking charge of a situation, but I definitely see progress being made. Even though we have patience needed and required as your outcome, I feel like that patience is going to bring something into balance, and you do have some beautiful opportunities of abundance coming in here for you, because I see that with the gift. And sometimes you don't always see what's in the gift, right? So you may not see what this is right away through some sort of disappointment, but I feel like the gift is being presented to you in the month of April, and you will be unwrapping it here within the next 4 to 8 weeks is what I'm hearing. Again, 4 is very significant for you this month. This is about giving and receiving, a sudden windfall, generosity, financial support. Some of you could even be traveling or taking a vacation, because I still see that Wheel of Fortune with the Chariot. So perhaps it's not showing up right here because that's what's in the gift. So I'm really excited to do your May reading, excuse me, but I feel like you are going to get wind of this opportunity, or you may start to unravel here this opportunity or open this gift up. This is also about surprises coming in. And I just see that this is a really lucky omen for you, a lucky time. You may even be traveling or taking some time off, or you may have been forced, I'm getting here, forced into downtime in order for you to really reevaluate and reassess your finances, or reassess your career or the direction of your path. But look at your outcome energy here. You do have the ring. This is about, excuse me, financial commitments. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're giving me the name Rich or Richard. I mean, maybe some of you have a goal of becoming rich, whatever that may mean. I mean, rich to some people could be $1 million. Other people, it's, having enough in retirement to last, right? Whatever rich is for you. And look at, we actually have the money tree. They're highlighting that. And we'll talk about these cards in just a moment. But there is some sort of commitment coming in here for you. Maybe with someone named Rich, or it could make you rich. This is about long-term investments, partnerships, working together to embrace a fulfilling career, to embrace, I'm getting your soul purpose and your mission here on earth as well. So there's definitely a new contract coming in for you, a new soul contract, a new business partnership here. Now that could potentially be what is in that gift as well. So bottom of the deck here, this may have been what was going on. What you're still kind of recovering from is making decisions. This could be in the corporate world for some of you within your own business, right? Building a business. Perhaps you did go through a tower moment for some of you, but this is about earning your money to a point where you do feel good. You feel like things are moving along here. And this is about bringing more stability to your money matters, to your wealth, to your career. Maybe settling down and retiring, or being in a job where you don't have to worry if you're going to have a job the next day. So I am getting multiple sources of income for some of you. Oh, okay. We have the Mask. This could have been a person who was deceptive. Maybe that was why the tower came in. Maybe a boss, a coworker. I mean, this is, luckily it's subconscious, or it's something that may have already happened in the deep past here. Now, I see that you went through an opportunity, which was the unknown here at first, but it was to kind of rediscover this hidden potential. But there could have been someone that activated this energy to kind of wake you up a little bit, or, excuse me, to kind of tear down the walls in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like it left you in a place of instability. Yeah. And needing to make a decision. Two of Swords. Okay. So we have the first card out here was growth. There's a big opportunity for growth here. Growth, expansion. I'm getting learning, education. This could be having enough to maybe head into retirement, because you see the little hand. So there's something that maybe you've planted the seeds on, or you've started to birth into your reality. This could be a new business venture or a new idea that you've had, and maybe it hasn't reached full potential yet with that large hand, but I feel like you're well on your way to major growth. Okay. But you've hit some roadblocks, but those roadblocks are actually very important on your path to abundance. Okay. Yeah. And maybe that tower, some of you did come to this reading, or maybe you had gone through a job loss in the past. That was the catalyst to maybe a spiritual awakening, or a catalyst for you to go in a direction and make some major changes when it came to your career or your money. I also see some of you, You chose to leave. Maybe you did get fired. Maybe there was a demotion. I also see with that mask energy here, someone forced you out in a way. Okay, they kind of forced you out, and maybe you were forced to make the decision to leave. And I see something with HR, human resources, when it comes to that as well. So maybe there's been some documentations, or you're worried if maybe this company is going to give you a good referral or a good, if they're going to talk bad about you or talk, good about you. I actually feel like it's going to bypass whoever this gossipy, negative energy is. So if you're worried if this company is going to give you a bad name, I feel like it's going to bypass it and go to someone who doesn't look at it from an emotional standpoint. I'm kind of getting that King of Swords where it's logical. They're going to look at your work efforts. They're going to look at your review. And I feel like that's not why you got fired or why you went through some sort of a loss. Now, you could be looking at some benefits here for you as well. I mean, who doesn't want benefits? And on this card, there's a lot of benefits to choose from. So this could be something you're looking into, or if there is recent hire here, because we have the Seven of Cups showing up as the potential. So you could be looking at maybe paid vacation, pension plans, health insurance, parental leave, achievements and rewards, flexibility, right? Maybe even working from home, being able to work remotely. That's a big thing for some of you. I also see skills and developments. Can you learn? Can you grow? And that's very important for you Aries out there, constantly growing, learning, and evolving. You don't want to stay stuck in the same pay rate when everything in the world may be increasing, right? You don't want to be living below. I feel like you want to grow. And there could even be an energy here, Aries, of taking an additional certifiable class or training in order to increase your finances. I feel like some of you are thinking that would help. And if that's that partnership energy, I feel like that could bring in financial growth. Some of you are entrepreneurs. Beautiful energy here. And if you're an entrepreneur, I see that your business has fluctuated. You've maybe even stepped away. Maybe you thought, I need to go back to the corporate world, or I have to switch things up here, because this is the time to switch things up. That wheel keeps spinning. I cannot unsee that. So I feel like if we were to clarify any of these today, or possibly again, May's reading, we're definitely going to see that wheel spinning, and it's already starting to spin here for you, but maybe you're not aware of it because of some sort of disappointment. But the entrepreneur is you partnering up the right clientele, the right people recognizing you, and most importantly, the right energy. Right? You getting into the right energy, the right mindset. And what is that mindset, may you ask? It's growth. Right? It's growth, it's potential. What can I do that's going to shift the energy, and how can I work smarter, not harder? How can I maybe have passive income or multiple sources of income coming in here? So I see you doing the work. You have follow-up. For those of you that are going in for an interview in the month of April, for those of you that have maybe a second interview, or I'm getting someone walking into an establishment. Maybe this is a bank. Maybe you're working at a bank, or this could be applying for a loan or going for something, going for, you want good news. You want to be able to get approved or get the green light or the go ahead. I feel like you're going to get it this month. Or April, or again, May energy here. So this is money tree. Beautiful. I mean, who doesn't want the money tree? This is about you being able to multiply your growth and your abundance. And with your first card being that growth here in this deck, I feel like whatever it is you're focusing, whatever changes that you are embracing at this time, they're going to bring in a lot of abundance, because I see that here in your hopes. And if that's your mindset, abundance, that's what you're going to manifest. So let's dive into the tarot here. You do start off with that Three of Swords. So, I mean, you can't sugarcoat the Three of Swords. You know that there was some sort of disappointment here, but I do see that you're moving out of it. That's why it's showing up in reverse, instead of maybe avoiding it or running from it, numbing from it, or allowing yourself to succumb to the energy of disappointment. You're saying, nah, I'm not going to sit in that. I've already sat in it. I need to get the gears rolling. I'm not going to give up because you're a fighter, Aries. And even though there may have been some sort of disappointment in your finances or in your work, some of you may, I mean, this could even be losing money. Maybe you've lost money in some way, shape, or form. I mean, April, deadline for taxes. Maybe you're paying taxes in as well, and that could be a bummer for you. I mean, whatever this is, you're going to recover because you have the strength. And who, if anyone, can recover from hardship? It's the strength, right? This is determination, right? It's self-discipline. It is strong Leo energy of that inner strength, that endurance, that power. So even though it's crossing, even though it's showing up as maybe some of you wanting to maybe give up because the situation feels a little challenging, you're not going to, because it's still in the energy. And it's almost like right before you kind of lose hope for something. And some of you are saying, Melissa, I've already lost the hope. That's why the Three of Swords is here. I feel like there's a turn of that wheel again. And I also see you being vulnerable, you opening up. Some of you may have lost some sort of faith in even yourself. Maybe you took a little bit of a hit to the solar plexus. You got a little bit of a sucker punch here to your confidence in career. And I feel like you are rising above the fray here. You see that, excuse me, she has the infinity symbol on her arm there. And this is the year of 8. This is the year of infinite opportunities and abundance. So what I'm getting is fall down 5 times, get up 6. You're not going to stay down for long, because the energy that was exuding from your reading here before I even started was that of strength. Like I said, it was very powerful. The Wheel of Fortune with the Chariot is what Spirit was giving me. And that is a major arcana, right? So it is a major milestone. So even though we have 2, 3 major arcanas in your reading today, I feel like this is a big one that's going to help you through some of those stressors. Now, you could have even seen, or we may see some fluctuations in government or in the world during this time as well. This could be something that's been on your mind with the Three of Pentacles. This is in the deep, deep past. So it's like you may have been wearing many different hats. I feel that way for you. You were wearing many different hats or playing many different roles. Maybe you were doing the work of 2 others, or maybe more. Maybe you were doing the job of 5 men, right? Or 5 women. When the Three of Pentacles shows up, this is about you being very skilled. It is about teamwork, collaboration, and working together to head towards a common cause or common goal. And I feel like that Mass card, it could have been in this Three of Pentacles energy where you thought that they were on your side or you thought that they were working together, but that's where that disappointment came from here. I also see that you want to be appreciated for your skills, for your effort. I mean, who doesn't, right? But the Three of Pentacles here is about doing your best. And I just feel like someone wasn't putting in enough effort. Or maybe this was you feeling depleted because you were wearing so many different hats. You were playing so many different roles and you got burnt out, right? If you're a business owner, this could be maybe needing to hire additional help. This could be other employees. Now, in the recent past, remember what I said about, fall down 5 times, get up 6? There it is. 6 of Wands. There's victory on this 6th time of maybe getting up. There's victory. There's the reef right there. So I feel like this could be putting yourself out there in the public eye. This could be the spotlight here as well. 6 of Wands. It is showing up in reverse. So yeah, some of you, there was a fall from grace, but that's shifting here. You're not going to be overlooked for long. That's why you have the gift card showing up here. There is a major victory coming in. And even if there was an opportunity or a power struggle, a power play with the 6 of Wands, you're getting through it, because before the 6 comes that 5 of Wands. That's that competition. That's that, back and forth, the struggle. And I feel like you are opening up to new options. which is great. Seven of Cups can sometimes feel like a very overwhelming, wishy-washy energy. But in this reading here, intuitively, I feel like you are strategizing. And even though it's not the card, it's not the card of strategizing. It's not a sword. It is a cup. So you want to invest in what makes you happy, what does bring you joy, right? You don't want to pick just any old thing is what I'm seeing here. But you realize that something you've gone through in the past, there's a snake coming out from underneath the cup, but he's not even looking at that snake. And even though it is really highlighted here, you can see that there's a lot of golden cups there, but then there's one red one. But I feel like that red is caution, right? It's kind of like a stop sign. Red is saying, stop, don't go here. So you may know what this is because you've gone through it, because you've already see the snake. It's not hiding anymore underneath that cup. You also see a bat wing here, and there are some new options, but he's kind of thinking things through. Some of you may have a couple of decisions over here to make, but I feel like you're going to avoid something that has already been difficult. You're not going to make the same mistake is basically what I'm getting here with the Seven of Cups. Now, if you're feeling overwhelmed, take a step back, right? If you're feeling overwhelmed, if there's too many options, or some of you maybe not enough options, or you just feel a little bit indecisive, take a step back, go for a walk, take a mini vacation if you're able to, right? Or just remove yourself from the problem or from the emotional turmoil, because sometimes we can be really emotionally invested. And with the Three of Swords, I mean, that's that mental energy, the Three of Swords. And I feel like you're strategizing because you don't want to feel that disappointment, because that's a feeling, that's an emotion that you've already felt here. So just take a step back, because Queen of Cups is showing up in your future position. Now, Queen of Cups, this is very healing. This is very nurturing. But some of you are feeling emotional about a situation, okay? And that makes sense too, because you know, we are coming out of Pisces season, which was a very emotional, dreamy, whimsical, deep energy. And with this Queen of Cups showing up, I feel like you give great advice. Aries, this is someone who is extremely intuitive, could even be a tarot reader. Maybe this is you. This is someone that you are seeking for advice. This is, the Queen of Cups is also someone who is very compassionate, very loving, very empathetic. Someone who may even be in the caring profession. And maybe you take on sometimes the weight of the world. You take on feelings quite deeply, quite intensely. Some of you may even have some water placements in your chart. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay, this could be your moon. Or I definitely feel if this is not you and you're thinking, well, Mel, I am a deep thinker, but I'm a go-getter and I'm rational and I'm not going to let my feelings get the best of me. That's okay. This could be someone that you are attracting, and maybe that's the balance. Maybe that's that partnership that complements your job, your career, your finances. Maybe this is the energy that you've been seeking or the energy that you've been needing. But I also see for those of you that are healers out there, maybe entrepreneurs, maybe work in massage, or you have a channel, or maybe you sell things on Etsy, or you're a podcaster, a vlogger. I feel like your time is coming. Try to be patient with yourself. Some of you, something I'm getting here about being in the spotlight with the Six of Wands. If you've been wanting some sort of fame here, it's time to put yourself out there. Feel confident. This is your energy. Queen of Wands, fire. It's you, right? Fire energy. And with this Queen of Wands, I mean, she's confident. She has her black cat in front of her there, which represents independence, that strong feline energy. The Queen of Wands is someone who is well put together. She's magnified. Her energy is just very flamboyant, very bubbly. She goes after what she wants, right? When she walks into a room, she could have her, her high heels clicking, or her business suit on, or if you're a man, maybe a tie. I feel like you're going in for action and you are ready to kind of get things done. You're confident about your place. You're confident about your skills and your abilities. I do see here that you are well dressed. Okay, you don't have to be dressed to the nines, but I am getting well dressed. in the month of either April for a special event or for some sort of interview that we talked about earlier, a follow-up, or maybe that's how you dress all the time. But I see even if you work from home, even if you work remotely, there is a change coming in here that is required in order to rebuild a sense of confidence that maybe, again, maybe there was a sucker punch, maybe there was a lot of rejection or some gossip or something difficult or challenging that you had to go through or endure. But the Queen of Wands, when she shows up, whew, is she creative, right? She could be an entrepreneur. She may be in an office, but I kind of get for some of you, I mean, male or female, it does not matter. It's the feminine energy of receiving some sort of accolades, receiving compliments. There's an energy here that will complement your skills as well. Some of you are artists, musicians, creators. I also see some of you are highly intuitive. A lot of you, Aries, are highly intuitive with that Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. And it may be time for you to really showcase your talents and take a look at things from a new perspective. And your patience is paying off here. And the divine is working to bring you some new choices, some new options where you will start to see some growth. Because the Two of Wands is about making a choice, right? Do I relocate? Do I travel? Do I change careers? Do I, maybe pack up everything and move in a new direction? Do I say yes to this promotion, or do I go towards something I really love? Whatever it may be that you're contemplating at this time with the Two of Wands, I want you to remember, Aries, that the sky's the limit, that the world is your oyster here. And you see the world right in front of her. So she's looking out into the world. Some of you, there is a little bit of fear or disappointment around maybe the economy or what's going on around the world. And it's because you're picking up on the energy. You're a strong empath. You are a strong, sensitive, intuitive being. And I also get something here with the Schumann resonance. Now, it's the Schumann resonance. You may want to look into that. It's not something that I follow religiously, but some of you may follow the Schumann resonance, or you may even notice the frequencies of energy shifting and you pick up on that. And maybe you have some ascension symptoms such as insomnia, ringing of the ears, maybe pressure to the head or the eyes or the crown chakra, awakening. So I just have to mention that here as well. That was coming in. And I'm also getting the name Katie and Pam. So maybe it's Katie Pam or Pam Katie. That could be someone you work with. It could be you. But the Two of Wands is looking towards your future, right? Looking at the window of opportunity. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at. And you may be daydreaming a bit with the Seven of Cups. Okay, you may be daydreaming and wondering, okay, what else is possible? And maybe that's why I don't see that Wheel of Fortune, that Chariot quite yet, because you're still in these stages here of making some choices, making some moves. But you're close. Look at this, the Empress showing up in your hopes and fears. I mean, she is the creator. She's the mother of abundance. She's the Mother Earth here. She is touching the lives of those all across the globe, right? And even if you're at a distance, your work is still affecting the planetary vibrations. And maybe that's why I'm getting that Schumann resonance here. Some of you are energy workers. You may be strong Taurus, Libra, that Libran energy. I mean, I put these readings out a little bit in advance, but I am getting here for you. That Libran eclipse really shook things up for you. That's on the 25th of March. So whenever you're watching this video, but I feel like that will be a very significant time. You see the moon in the background. So pay attention to March 25th, I believe, is when that full moon lunar eclipse is. I feel like there's going to be a lot of heightened creativity at that time. There will be a lot of abundance. That's when your hopes are really taking a front line, a front seat, right? They're ready. They have the popcorn. They have their movie tickets, right? They have a front row seat to the big screen. And I kind of feel that energy here for you with the Empress. It's like finally that growth that we were talking about in the beginning, something that you've planted seeds on comes to either fruition or it's ripe, it's pregnant. You may be pregnant with ideas at this time. This is very nurturing. And I feel like it's your time to nurture something you love. You can also see the fish here as well. So I feel that the fish represents longevity. They represent going with the flow instead of feeling resistant. But sometimes when it shows up as a fear of yours, you feel like you're not growing or something just is taking too long and it's becoming uncomfortable. And the way I like to describe it, for those of you who maybe can imagine, maybe you have never been pregnant or given birth, but can you imagine potentially having a child past the 9-month due date into 12 months, right? It would become unbearable. It would become so uncomfortable. And I feel like that's a fear of yours, that something just doesn't happen. It doesn't, manifest or come to fruition. But that's not what the Empress vibes at, right? She is that energy of growth. As long as she focuses on what she wants to attract, right? What you think about, you bring about. What you focus on grows. And if she's nurturing it and she's taking care of her baby, whether that's her business, her career, her money, I feel like there's more where that comes from. It's about getting out of maybe some sort of lack mentality or a mentality of neglect, or you feeling neglected or feeling victimized here, and bringing something to life. Because your final outcome is the Temperance. Now, I personally love the Temperance card because it means that, for one, you see the angelic energy right behind. And this is the card of balance, right? Temperance is the card of being able to temper yourself to find balance between the heaven and earth, right? It's about being able to take that spiritual insight, that spiritual knowledge and wisdom, and be able to manifest here in this physical earthly realm. And it takes that balance. It takes, maybe even a new approach. It's almost like the light and the dark, the duality, the polarity as well. And some of you've went through some major highs and some major lows. That's part of the experience. But when this is showing up here, I feel like there is flow going from, and you can see the flow literally going from the sun to the moon here. It's almost as if something you weren't able to see or was uncertain about, it's kind of being lit up here for you. And maybe that's why I'm getting that strong Libran energy. And Libra is, across from you on that wheel. Well, hey, there's the wheel energy again, on the astrological wheel. So Temperance here, Sagittarian energy, but this is about being patient. It's about self-control and not going to major extremes, major highs and lows, which is good because when it comes to money, if you're going through major lows, that could be taking big dips, right? And I also see here something within maybe stocks or investments. I feel like this is a month where, yes, you may have gone through some major highs and lows, and please do seek a financial advisor if need be. But I see something being more balanced up for you this month, which is great because maybe the start of the month, you're still reeling from some sort of disappointment, or like I said, paying too much in, or feeling like there is a struggle of some sort. But I feel like you are bringing a lot more insight into where you're going next. So good energy here. You are overcoming a situation that was less than ideal, but you're a fighter, and you're going to, again, if you fall down 5 times, you're going to get up 6. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Wisdom of the Oracle, please, for Aries. New life. Look at that. Beautiful energy. It's card 39. And March was the catalyst for, Aries season, the astrological new year. And that really did a lot for you. I mean, that was your big energy. This is about birth of new ideas. And hello, Empress, this is the birth of new ideas. We just talked about that here. So it's almost as if there is opportunity, a breath of fresh air, and life renewing itself. 3 of Swords, yes, it could be, even rejection. Rejection is protection, but you're going to see why. Some of you, someone said something, or there was a hard truth, or some sort of gossip with the mask, but I do feel like you are moving on to bigger and better. And this is actually a situation that has and will strengthen you. You're going to become a better Aries because of this. All right. When spring awakens. Now, some of you, that spring equinox on the 20th of March in the northern hemisphere, that spring, but some of you may live in the southern hemisphere as well. But regardless, it is that astrological new year, right? So when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around you in your very core. Blossom bursts from trees overnight. Birds return home and sing their glorious song. You have every reason to be optimistic right now as things seem to fall into place magically or with divine help, right? Which is magical. And that's what I see with the angel presence in that Temperance as your outcome. It says new opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Hello, gift. Right? We talked about that surprise, and it literally says work surprise here. Oh, I love coincidences, right? No such thing. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Fortune is smiling on you. Beautiful. So for those of you that are still feeling a little stuck in the Three of Swords, this is going to be your guidance from the protection energy. It says that you may still be in that delicate energy of a new beginning, okay? So even if you have some sort of inexperience, gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new bud. That's that strength card. Allow yourself to be compassionate and kind and gentle with yourself. It's okay to admit that you may not know something, right? You're at the beginning of things and maybe you haven't quite hit your stride, Aries, but if you're immersed in the newness of it all, so don't try to rush. And maybe that's why that Chariot was showing up, because sometimes, Aries, you want to just get her done, right? You want to roll forward. You may rush because you want to get to that finish line, but it says new life has its own timetable. Hello, Temperance. That is the timing, right? Divine timing. And it's important here because this is going to lead to maturity, right? A timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you. And we literally said that in the beginning. Be present, because that is the gift. So new life is on its way. Definitely an electrifying energy, infusing your projects, your career, most importantly, yourself, your energy. All right, let's get a few messages from your spirit animals. And at this time, Aries, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it for a moment and release with a nice deep exhale. And with your eyes still closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animals are wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's visited through your dreams, or maybe even crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you, Aries, who would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel, all you need to do is drop your animals, whether you had one or more than one, drop them in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So please make sure you have hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, Aries, your animals showing up for April 2024. You have Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. That is that strength energy. It is kindness. It is control as well. Sometimes the deer can get spooked. It's also card 18, right? And 18 is the moon. So there is definitely some sort of truths coming out, and you may feel a little bit spooked with, the uncertainties, but be gentle with yourself around what's going on. And I am getting that energy of upgrade, leveling up here in some way, shape, or form. So dear, some of you may be born on the 18th. You may be 42 years old, 35, or born on the 17th. We have Otter. You are never alone. And you have the Ring card here as well as one of your main energies. So you're going to see here that there is partnerships in the physical, and there's partnerships working behind the scenes in the spiritual realm, helping you within your career or financial sector. Koala, Spirit has a plan. Yep, Spirit has a plan. I'm also getting strong empathy here, strong sensitivities as well. So you are manifesting an opportunity that's going to feel right to you. You're going to have this innate, intuitive energy that backs it up with the emotions that are quite intense, that you just know that this is the direction, and you feel excited to move forward. You feel like this is the plan, this is the mission. And your final energy here is the Crow. Okay, some of you may even be hearing from the crows. I know they've been very talkative, very active lately around me. Some of you may live in a place where there's koalas. Maybe you do see a deer. I also see some of you may have had your animal be a stag or a moose or something with antlers. If that's you, please do drop it in the comments as well. But it says co-create, right? Co-create with Spirit. Spirit is your biggest ally, your biggest partner, your guides, your ancestors, your team, your higher self. I mean, you come here to grow and to evolve, but we also have a choice when it comes to suffering, right? We can either stay in that low vibration of suffer and detriment and despair and pain, or we can choose to take that energy and do something with it, turn that pain into gain. And I feel like that's what Spirit is prompting you to do. Turn some sort of loss or disappointment into one of the best things that could have happened in your life, right? I don't want to say especially if it's a loss or a death or something of that nature, but it's almost as if I feel Spirit is the guiding light saying, don't give up on your dream. Yes, this happened. Yes, there was a little bit of a setback here, but don't give up, because we're here helping you evolve. We're here helping you move forward and have new human experiences. And that's certainly what we see with the new life card coming in here for you. All right, let's get a final message from the soul's truth and see what your soul wants you to know at this time when it comes to finances, wealth, or even any area of your life. Any area, let's go with that. Okay, you have 3 cards here. We have, who can I serve today? I mean, if anyone says that, it's the Empress, right? Or even that Queen of Cups. Who can you serve? And it says here, in a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what creates the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. We just talked about turning that pain into gain. That is one way you can do that. Lose yourself in the service of others. When you open up, when you heal yourself, right, the world heals. So listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. And that's something I've noticed so much, and we're going to see this in 2024, is expectations are tied to everything. It's what can I get, right? But when we truly understand the laws of reciprocity, that if you give with an open heart, you're going to get back in return. Maybe it's not in the same form, but you will receive back. And most of the time, if there's no attachments, it's going to be tenfold. So notice the joy that you feel when you serve others, Aries. If you had a magic wand and could have anything you desired in life, what would you choose? Well, Aries, you just happen to have a magic wand. Queen of Wands was showing up in your energy. She's holding that wand above her head. It almost looks like a really neat old flute, but you have this wand. So what are you choosing? Burn with desire, because there is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel, right? Let them be your fuel. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Today, go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy. That's why we have the Seven of Cups, remember? Choose what makes you happy and do that. And then lastly here, we have what risk can I take? Be not mistaken. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap, but do not fret, because your soul has wings. And you were just reminded that here as well. And look at this. I have full body goosebumps right now. Your soul has wings. And look at your final outcome, the Temperance. Look at what's right behind this young man. Wings. Ooh, I love that for you. Today's soul action. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. Because we see your thinking here. That's the potential. That's what's coming in. Your final advice is be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. That is what I have for you, Aries. I'm loving this. See what we can do with cards that sometimes are challenging, right? Three of Swords, Strength card. That's what we can do when we embrace the energies of the duality, because we are in a dual world. There's polarity at every step, but it's up to you. That's why we have free will. And you have an opportunity, a really beautiful one, to shift gears, to rise above, to ascend, to kind of level up and build your dreams in ways that you never thought possible. That's what I have for you, Aries. If you like the messages, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and don't forget to drop your power animals in the comment section below the video. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. Lots of love.